Hey everybody, welcome back to Wrenching with Grandpa. It's kind of a cold, Sunday, rainy, Sunday here in middle Georgia. But that being said, I hope you all are having a wonderful weekend in whatever way, fashion that you can or have found. Just wanted to give you a short video tonight. We're going to talk about some of the ongoing issues briefly, and then I just want to give you a little insight into some of the detail work that goes into restoring something this old. So let's check it out. We're going to start out with this. Now, this car, by the grace of God, has still got wonderful rubber weather stripping around the vent window. However, because of the material that was used at the time of manufacture, the rubber exterior weather seal for the glass, and if we can get around here at the right angle, the woven fabric material on the inner side has deteriorated and just like it's gone. Now we still have that same kind of issue when we get over here, because this is all, get over here, the old rope style weather stripping, which was a combination of braided canvas type fabric and rubber compound. This one is in fair shape on the inside, but the outer part is just, not providing much in the way of a weather seal anymore. So that will be addressed as we can. But I wanted to emphasize the difference in what was done in these days versus what is done today. These are metal clips, and I did end up breaking off some of the tabs. Fortunately, not very many of them, because this was a rusted up mess. So those attachment tabs and brackets went to, let's stumble over here, try not to trip over too many things as we get there. Over the floor jack. Yep, made it. No hip injuries. All right. This is the track that attaches to the inside of that door sill, that window sill, and those little dog ears you saw in those brackets hook through these. Well, as you can see, this is really turned into kind of a rusted mess. So, doing a little wire wheel work on her and trying to get her cleaned up. And then once that's done, I will have to locate a rubber material that I can attach to this. Now this is the tricky part, because you've got to dog ear this track back into the door. But you have to have your rubber seal, your seal, you're on here. So how are you supposed to know that you got it in? My answer? Not sure yet. Looking at options, because I am not quite sure. Honestly, I think if I can get this all cleaned up and then get it reattached into the door frame, with then come in and lay in a light bead of adhesive, and then apply my sealant, my door seal, my rubber seal, to it in the door. Unless somebody's got a better idea, and if you do, please reach out to me, because these are the kind of things that, unless you're doing them, you are kind of relying on faith and friends and hopefully some YouTube people that will, give you suggestions. So it's just been piddling with that a little bit this afternoon, because like I said, it's just been miserable outside. I had to work on my daily driver, the Volvo. I've been having issues with the coolant sending unit, Anyway, got that fixed. That's done, finally. All right, but let me give you a quick update down here, because this has really, it's kind of like raising kids. You got two kids, uno, dos. And one kid, is okay, does all right in most things. The other kid, well, you're always having to deal with something. Well, the kid over on that side, had some things, but not anything major. The kid on this side, so let me get some light turned on here. If you watched my last video, when Andrew was over, I blew out my shop lights. Well, went down to the Home Depot store, got some new bulbs. So let's see if we can see what we're looking at here a little bit. Bear with me, folks. It's been a long day, a long week. All right. Come on, focus. You can do it. Let's see if we can. Okay. This is the backside upper A-frame. These are the camber bolt slotted attachments to the frame. This is the upper A-frame. This is the bolt, the camber bolt. And because of previously discussed vulcanization and rust, I have burned and removed all of the rubber grommet material from the bushings out of here. Today, after a trip to the Home Depot for lights for the shop lights and some new Sawzall blades, I was able to cut off the bolt back here. However, you see that part right? Let's see. If we can get my finger up here. Right up there. That is the inner sleeve metal of the bushing. And inside of it is the camber bolt. And it is all rusted together, which means I can't pull the remainder of the bolt because the sleeve won't release it. I burn up 2.5 blades getting that cut, and I have found that apparently this material is a little harder than what the bolt was, which kind of concerns me, but it's a 65-year-old bolt. So I have put the lubricating oil, the Master Blaster to it, wedge some screwdrivers in there to try to give it some tension to kind of maybe push that bushing sleeve back on the bolt. Probably off camera because I don't want evidence of there's a fire. No, seriously, I'm going to let this soak for a while. Maybe a day or two. I'm going to maybe periodically put a little heat to it. Try to basically put the heat on the bolt with the idea if I can get the heat down the bolt, what's left of it, and get it to expand, that with the penetrating oil that's hopefully down through some of the threading and whatever in here, that it will kind of start working to break it loose. And you know, after 2 or 3 attempts, if that doesn't work, well, we're gonna get real effing serious. I'll get out the acetylene torch and we'll just go to town. I don't know, but hopefully it won't come to that. But this is also like the window track over there. This is part of what you run into when you're trying to rebuild these old girls. It's not like buying a 2015 Charger and putting a, you know, a exhaust system and new tires on it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Do have a lot more to do. Be honest with you folks, the weather has not been that terribly conducive. When it's so cold and wet and miserable outside, you really don't want to come out here in the shop, especially since you don't have any heat and air, and do too much. But I'm trying to get along. Hope you all saw our last channel when Andrew came by and got to experience the true Mopar heritage. Anyway, and I'm not going to start her tonight because it's getting late and Mom's got supper on the table. Listen, I hope you all have a wonderful evening and upcoming week. And again, if anybody knows anything about how this is supposed to work, or maybe I'm setting a new, you know, I don't know. I mean, I got it out. It was a mess because it was all rusted up, as you saw over there. And I'm going to be doing a lot of wire wheel on that, get her all cleaned up, because I'm sure that basically you're supposed to be able to kind of lock, you know, put this in and then slide it in and lock it in. But, you know, this is how they built the cars in the 50s, 60s, and into the early 70s. Quality, metal, detail on all pieces. The stuff you get today, it's all plastic, and it's all plastic little clips that when they get too cold or somebody gets too aggressive and abusive of the doors and stuff like that, they just break. And then you got to go out and replace them. This stuff doesn't break. I mean, yeah, I broke a couple of tabs, but my God, the car's over 50 years old. And I was, you know, no previous experience. So, you know, hey, I'm grateful. I think I broke 2 tabs out of 8 or 10. Guys, did pick up some more rust restore, so we'll be doing that. It's just too cold tonight. The temperature right down the shop's like 42 degrees. No, we need to be about 55 or better before I'm going to do that. But we got some more stuff. Still looking to put kill mats in here when, you know, the Easter Bunny shows up with that, you know, golden egg. So, listen, everybody. Hope you all are having a good evening. And that you have a great week upcoming. And let's hope that the weather and spring and all the insanity in the world kind of, you know, works itself out. So, down here at the garage, keep trying to find things to break and maybe hopefully get them fixed eventually. Thank you everybody for joining me this evening. Have a blessed week. Please consider subscribing. Big thumbs up, like those likes. Comments are always welcome. And God bless. See you soon. Bye-bye.